recording. Good. Oh my gosh, look at everybody's here. Oh my gosh, we got some parents. We got a little bit of everybody. This is awesome. And it's weird to see all my classes in this way. So for those of you that are doing the Zoom thing at home, if you go to gallery view, and you can get 50 in each gallery, and then you can flip between the two pages going back and forth to see all the people that are on this chat. Let's get everybody to turn their cameras on, please. So we've got Matthew, Hannah, Kate, Jordan, Aiden, Jack, Nicole. It just makes for better videos and stuff like that. Let's get our cameras on so everybody can see us. We've got a whole bunch of Aidens and Avery. Let's see, Caitlin, Julia, Kellen, Jordan, Kate. If we can get those cameras on, that'd be really great. Oh my gosh, this is so wicked. Hey, we don't want to keep you waiting, so I'm going to step out of the way since this is so not about me, and I'm going to turn this over to the Executive Director of the Manitoba Band Association. Can we please unmute and give a huge warm welcome to Miss Chelsea Hebert from the Manitoba Band Association.
That was very lovely, but completely unnecessary, especially since I'm here today to celebrate all of you. But I will take a little clapping ovation anytime. I guess it's a special part of my day. So thank you for that. So great to see you all again. A little overwhelming and fantastic to see you all on one screen. I know we spent a lot of time together last week in a lot of different groups, but it's amazing to see this whole Westwood community together as one crew. So congratulations on being here, and thank you for being here. So I don't know what Mr. Edwards told you about today or if he just invited you, but this is actually our first ever virtual festival award ceremony. So thank you for being here today for that. I know it probably feels a little bit strange because it's not the typical award ceremony you'd experience elsewhere, but I even put up a banner for you. I don't know if you see in the back of my home office, because I would have put that up for you at the convention center. So hopefully that makes you feel like you are at a very official Manitoba Band Association event, because that's what it is. And because it is an official event and award ceremony as we would in person, I do just want to take a second to read out our land acknowledgement. So music is an agent of hope, a dynamic and valuable device that helps us know and to bring us together. The First Peoples of Canada understood this and used music to reunite, resolve, and reconcile. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that MBA activities take place on treaty territory, land that was maintained and earnestly cared for by Indigenous peoples before European settlement. Manitoba is the original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and is the homeland of the Métis Nation. We acknowledge that Winnipeg benefits daily from Treaty 3 water that comes from Shoal Lake 40, and it is with sincere sentiment that we recognize the mistakes of our recent and distant past. In working towards a Canada that benefits us all, we commit to seeking a greater understanding of Canada's diverse cultural relationships through continued work with Indigenous communities. We commit to live in ways that honor and respect these treaties, that were made of these treaties, and we commit to stewarding the land in harmony for all who come after us. And I'm sure that you've all been reading the news and keeping up to date with what's been happening in Canada lately. So I do just want to take an extra second to acknowledge that this is a statement both acknowledging the past and the work that still needs to be done in the future. And this is something the MBA has released a recent statement on and will continue to focus on in our future. So thank you for that. Thank you for engaging in music as an agent of hope during these times, because if it is anything, it has to have been that during this time where it seems like all we do is stare at this Zoom screen of different people and different boxes every single day. And I don't know if you felt the same energy and inspiration that I felt last week. Listened to your recordings and we heard the feedback from the adjudicators. But you all certainly provided each and every one of us in those rooms with hope. So thank you for that. Also, thank you all for being here today, because I know that some of you play in both jazz and symphonic concert band ensembles, but it's great to see the whole community together, because I know that you're all part of a giant Westwood family. I'm sure you've been missing that, and then in a regular world, you would all be sort of getting together in that band room where Mr. Edwards is today. So it's great to be able to bring you all together to celebrate one another as we celebrate the performances that we heard last week. So I'd like to start, one of our adjudicators was able to join us today, Mrs. Ferguson, concert band participants, you may recognize her, jazz band if you don't know her. You'll run into her in every band-related event in Manitoba. So thank you, Mrs. Ferguson, for joining us. And I will start with recognizing the performances of the concert band. So I'm wondering if you maybe wanted to open up some concert band comments.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Hebert, and hello, students. Mr. Edwards, thank you so much for getting together on a beautiful, sunny, gorgeous Wednesday afternoon to celebrate music at Westwood and music in our beautiful province of Manitoba. So thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you. And I thought I would just bring a few short words to you today. First of all, a word of congratulations, of course. Congratulations in what you have achieved, congratulations in what you have demonstrated, and congratulations in what you are yet to do in our community. So that's rather exciting to think about. And I sort of was thinking and reflecting upon the performances that I adjudicated from 3 concert bands at Westwood, and we won't go through the details of each of those performances again, but I thought I could maybe synthesize our thoughts and experiences from those events down to kind of 4 key words. And if it's all right, I'll share them with you and explain why I chose them. So first of all, Westwood, I would like to say thank you for your dedication. The essay that was given to me by Mr. Edwards that recounted the adventures that ensued in preparation for your beautiful moment of hitting record. The wind, the cold, the distancing, the cameras, the microphones, the 2 groups, the 1 group, the airplanes flying overhead, all of it. And you said, I will absolutely be dedicated to music. Of course I will show up. Of course I am here for music and for each other. So thank you for your dedication to music, and even when things were difficult, persevering. Secondly, I'd like to just commend you on your follow through, because we all have energy at the beginning of the year. We all have energy at the beginning of an idea, and human beings, as one concert band and I talked about, don't finish things always very well. And I do want to just congratulate you on your follow through and seeing your performances all the way through to the end in June. And I just admire that. As a band director myself, receiving recordings from my students towards a virtual concert I'm putting together today, tomorrow, I can see that it's taking them hours, just like it's taken you hours to put together the work and follow through to make things come together in a synthesized performance at the end. And may I just say, a performance is the payoff to all of that hard work, but all of the work happens in all of the many hours leading up to the concert. So those are valuable as well. We don't just celebrate your performance today. We celebrate every moment, every lip slur, every articulation that you practiced, every time that you spent with a drone. Yes, some of you know what I'm talking about. I also chose the word energy to describe your performances as well in this festival experience. I thought it was just lovely that every time a student answered, I heard a hearty hello followed by their name and instrument, and then of course an intellectual but also energetic and enthusiastic answer to any question I asked. And that is the kind of energy that music deserves and needs, and thank you for bringing it to the music that you performed. And finally, the last word I want to bring to all of you is passion. As we all know, Mr. Edwards is bursting with passion, not just for music, but also for each one of you in his band family. And I can tell that you have, excuse the term in these circumstances, been infected by that passion as well. And I can tell that you've all said, yes, let's get on board this passionate pursuit of making sure that we engage together in music making, regardless of any circumstance in our way. So I do want to just leave you with those 4 sort of focusing thoughts: dedication, follow through, energy, and passion. And may I also say that those 4 concepts will serve you next year as you continue to pursue music, and well beyond in all of the things that you do in your wonderful lives ahead. And so that is why music matters. That is why music is important. It teaches us how to be better human beings and how to serve our world better and to get to know each other in a more meaningful way. So thank you to each of you for your notes, and thank you to Mr. Edwards for all of his work as well. Congratulations, students.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Ferguson, for bringing us those words. Again, as I said in every session last week, I hate that I have to follow the words of our brilliant adjudicators because they sum it all up and say it more eloquently than I possibly could. But it is always my job to bring a little bit of administration to what we do. So I do want to explain to you, if this were a traditional festival experience, how that would go. Because I know some of you have attended the Optimist Festival before, a Classic 107 festival, and for some of this whole experience is new to you. So there is some formal background in what we do and how we do awards at that festival. And so just so you know that it's not just random, I know we've been celebrating you for a week now, but I want to know that there is traditionally a rubric that goes with every single entry, and then that rubric comes forward before the awards are created. So I'm going to start with concert band because that's what Mrs. Ferguson just introduced us to. And I want to let you know that there's 3 categories that concert band entries are ranked on, and that's musicality, sound, and technique. And then adjudicators also typically give a grade for overall impression. And then what our policy is a trophy is awarded to an ensemble receiving 1 or more overall 5-star rating in those categories. So again, that's concert band, and that's how it works. And so it just so happens that I happen to have a couple surprise awards beside me here today. Guess it's not that much of a surprise since you're here today. But I do want to acknowledge each and every one of the ensembles before I present what I have beside me, just because all of you deserve to be celebrated. And I believe that's why Mr. Edwards brought you all here today, to celebrate your family and all of what each and every one of you did in the insane circumstances that you did. And so again, our existing rubric does not acknowledge an ensemble that has never played together until recording day. It does not acknowledge, stitching 2 band recordings together into one concert. This was all pre-COVID times when this is designed. So it seems like our committee might have to revisit even some of the categories, because we know that if there was a resilience category, each and every one of your ensembles would have gotten 5 stars there. But we do take the other things into consideration as well. So I'd just like to start out by acknowledging the grade 9 concert band for their performances of Sundance and Synergy. I know you're a small chamber ensemble, but wow, did you come together small and mighty. Congratulations on a fantastic experience. And it does just so happen that I happen to have an award here for you today. So it's probably hard to see, but there you have it. Congratulations, grade 9s.
We got to unmute and applaud for that, everybody. Come on. Way to go, 9. Yeah.
So congratulations on that. And then moving on to the grade 10 concert band, fabulous performance on Child's Embrace and On the Wings of Angels. Again, this crazy situations where you're split into 2 different sections to pull together your performance. Very inspirational, very well done, and also apparently well enough to receive one of these.
Oh my.
And now I do want to remind you that typically as we go higher up in the levels, the different levels of ensembles are graded accordingly. So symphonic band, you're probably used to becoming a little stricter rubric, and you know how that works. But I didn't want to just not acknowledge the fantastic performance you had as well, because Alleluia and River of Life were just fantastic. Love every second of it, as did Mrs. Ferguson, as you know from all of her comments. and I don't want you to be disappointed for every concert band not receiving something, so worth celebrating. But also, we don't bring disappointment when you bring that level of performance to all of us. So here you have it, one for you too. Congratulations, grade 11 to 12.
Oh my. Oh my.
So I wasn't aware that I needed to buy a larger desk before this award ceremony today. So I do have a precarious pile here now. I feel like I should be able to hold up all three for you.
Oh, wow.
Amazing work, concert bands. I don't know if Mrs. Ferguson had any more comments. She really summed it all up at the beginning there. Again, based on our rubric, you are fantastic. But based on the ability to pull together what you did during a pandemic in the way you did is just really inspirational. So thank you for all of that, concert bands.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I'm still not. I thought I was muted. I'm so sorry.
Mr. Edwards, was there anything you wanted to say before I moved on to jazz?
I'm speechless right now. I'm trying not to cry, to be honest. That's wow. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll move on to jazz band. And again, I just wanted to bring up the jazz band criteria, so you know how this works in festival, because I'm sure this would all be brought up to you in festival and you would know I'm preparing for it. So jazz bands, you are also graded in 3 different categories: in groove, solos, and ensemble. Just like our concert bands, you're given a grade for overall impression. And again, a trophy is awarded to ensembles receiving 1 or more overall 5-star ratings. So jazz bands. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my list here. There's so many of you and so many performances. It's hard to keep it straight. But I will start with the BIG band, the big band, which I'm told is for band, instruments, and Greg. Is that correct? And we thought this was particularly appropriate this year, as your adjudicator was also Greg. So I'm changing this to band, instruments, and Greg's plural. So that was the experience that we had last week. It was fantastic. 3 tunes from you, right? These jazz tunes have, titles that I'm not sure I can even always pronounce, but I will try. So it was Recorda, Cruise Control, and Cerebro something? Yes, Mr. Edwards, are those the titles?
Cerebro Congelato, which translated to brain freeze.
Okay, well, brain freeze. I remember them all. I remember the recordings. They were fantastic. I'm not so great with titles, so forgive me. Again, I'm not jazz is a whole different world to me. So anytime I hear jazz, I think it's impressive the way you all can lock together, and soloists, again, congratulations, fantastic. Fantastic inspirational performances. And BIG big band, I understand that you have a whole range of performers there, all the way from grade 9 through 11. So to come together, multi-levels, to play something together, very impressive. And don't want to be disappointing here, but I do believe this one says Westwood Collegiate BIG band. Congratulations.
Wow.
And then to make sure, again, that I'm acknowledging everyone, next one is LTJO, Little Tykes Jazz Orchestra. Again, if I could just give random awards here without rubrics, I'd give some sort of naming award here, because I really enjoyed the groups, really helped me keep you straight as we were hopping into so many different Zoom calls as all of last week. So congratulations on your performances From A to Z, It's Oh So Nice, and Monfogo de Mama. Yes?
Mofongo de Mama.
There you go for that one. Again, I could just listen to these tracks as I work all day. Fantastic. Again, congratulations both to group and to soloists. And a reminder that I don't want anyone to be disappointed, because we do have a rubric for these things. But rubric aside, congratulations, Little Tykes Jazz Orchestra. Sorry, I'm being careful. I've got an almost toppling stack over here on my desk, so I want to be really careful that I don't ruin these before they make it over to Westwood. And now, last but not least, of course, but this is just the way the lists go, is Senior Jazz Ensemble, small but mighty again. I believe there was 11 of you total, and loved not just your performances, but your matching outfits. Tower of Power, fantastic. I hear you had an incredibly inspirational session already earlier this week. So congrats on that. And also on your performances of Soul Vaccination, So Very Hard to Go, and Scrib Cakes. Yes? So someone's coming in. So congratulations on that. Again, a lot going on there. I believe if it wasn't this group, it was most of your groups. When asked by your adjudicators, you felt like you could have done better and that you felt okay with your solos. But again, the circumstances that you faced in order to stay together and basically be in a full recording studio at your ages, to go straight into that, and to also have the chops to power through to have those types of recordings, incredibly impressive. So congratulations on that. And what I have over here on my desk is probably not what you expect. I have a little broom. And I don't know if you've been watching hockey or if you know the reference, but we talk about when the Jets sweep a team. So I just thought I would broom in and sweep in your last award. Congratulations, Senior Jazz Band, and to all of Westwood for sweeping our band.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do you say to that, Chelsea? I mean, wow. Thank you so much. I think that there is going to be some pretty happy kids here. I'm scrolling through almost 100 faces here, and I am seeing some pretty big smiles from a lot of people. Wow. That is really outstanding. I'm rambling. I don't even know what to say. Wow. I'm so proud of you all. Yeah, what a year, and I can't believe we got to the end. Like, wow. Just by fluke. By fluke. Absolutely by fluke we got here. And just want to say how proud I really am of you all, and it's wonderful to be acknowledged in this way.
And I just want to thank you all again on just the resilience you brought to make these recordings possible and for sharing them in our festival format. I understand that some of you also participated in the Nationals. Congratulations. And I believe it's tomorrow that you're sharing all of your recordings with your friends and family at your concert. So I hope that everybody is able to celebrate in the same way we were. I know last week, I believe the last day of all of us was Wednesday, whatever the last day was. We did 3 back-to-back days, and I just had to massage out my cheeks by the end because I spent the entire time smiling with all of you, and I was also so inspired at the words the amazing adjudicators brought. So I'd like to take another second to just thank our adjudicators. I know Greg wasn't able to join us today, but Mrs. Ferguson and Greg both adjudicated in a whole new format that was still so inspiring for all of you. So thank you to both of them for what they were able to share.
Okay, so I've come up with a plan. I've just a brainstorm right now. Okay, so I want everybody to shift to speaker view from gallery view. Okay, Miss Hebert, if you would, do your very best to hold up a fistful of awards, and let's all screenshot this. Let's get this all out on internet and spam the whole wide world with the hashtag Optimus 2021, hashtag Miss Ferguson rocks, hashtag Mr. Gation is amazing, hashtag Westwood Collegiate, hashtag super awesome students, which has been our hashtag forever. So let's see if we can screenshot all this. Did you ever work in a restaurant? I mean, you're about to juggle some plates here.
Plate hold going on, but it's tricky. Here, I think I can get it. Just 1 second.
All right, everybody. Screenshot away. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more.
Here, I'll see if I can get them closer to you.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, one more. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for doing that.
Of course, I'm glad I didn't break them. Otherwise, I would have had to go back to the trophy store tomorrow. Now, I'm wondering if I can just take a quick second while you're all here, and I still have you on gallery view. If you can just, I know all your cameras are all on because you're fantastic. If you can just give me some big smiles, because I'm going to screenshot both of these screens so I can put them together for a big shot of our award ceremony. So big smiles from everyone, please. That was screen 1. And screen 2. Thank you so very much, everybody. Wishing you all the best in your concert. And again, I'm just going to say, I said this to one of the groups, if not all of you. I just want to remind you, I know there's some 12s on here that are going to be moving on outside of your Westwood journey to new things next year. I just want to remind you that what you've done together as a band and what you've learned in your journey throughout band in high school are lessons you'll take through everything you do in life. And I'm just so happy to see that there's this many amazing, inspirational young people that I get to bump into in society later on and in the workplace. I'm sure some of you will cross paths again. Some of you will cross paths with one another again in the future, regardless of what you do. And you're going to bring this same level of resilience and teamwork and fun just to everything you do. And I'm so very glad. So congratulations and all the best in your futures as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hebert. We really appreciate all your efforts in making a unique experience for our young people this year. This has been unlike any festival I've ever been a part of. I've been doing this job for 27 years, and I just really, wow, this has been really cool. And let's all give one final round of applause to Ms. Ferguson and Ms. Hebert for tonight's effort. Thank you so much.